is why you cannot listen to everybody. So, back it up. When I first heavily embarked on my spiritual journey, right? Cleansed myself of everything, detached from people, did a Reiki healing session, completely swapped my life around. Right in the peak of a growth and understanding of inner self, I get invited to deal with a man who, come to find out, was a child molester, a child trafficker, a human trafficker. He was a hacker, and he worked for the dark web. That man by the name of SrHoe, Kevin Roberts. So when I seen him, he immediately drugged me with something while in his existence. And he recorded me without my permission, like a few other people have done, and uploaded me to the dark web. Okay? So, now let's back it up. That same dark web, come to find out, is attached to the military and different government facilities and different occult groups like Masons and secret societies and covens, where they explicit children, child pornography, women. They sell and harvest organs. They kill people, they snuff people out, they do all these kinds of things. And you find out all the people behind that is some of those people sitting right now at your post office, sitting right now at your police station, sitting right now in that courtroom, sitting right now at the Air Force Base, sitting right now in all these functions and areas of the world that are supposed to protect. But instead, they try to force a shaman, a healer, a chosen light worker, a divine feminine into sex and human trafficking. Which now I am also at an establishment with a church right across the street and an American flag in the yard. And I have evidence of being attached to former U.S. military. So you want to come play savior after you done already tried to force me into something I vowed to not get into. To step away from. Because my goal was only to exotic dance and get money temporarily when I was in that space. Right. So because you have a porn addiction, because you have a sex addiction, because this is what these things are boiling back to. And you like to take energy from young people, innocent beings, good people for the most part, for your own selfish need, good and grain, because that's all you can do to try to feel powerful because you're not really powerful. So I'm going to show you how tapped in I am. I'm asleep, and I just had a dream. And I could clearly see somebody masturbating to me. And I can clearly see them trying to get me to have intercourse in the dream state, which didn't happen. But then I heard, well, where the videos are that you have of it. So that means y'all were energy siphoning and harvesting through pornography, videos, and photos that I did not consent to and or give you consent to do. Because again, you have a sex addiction and you want to be in my shoes, but you didn't do the work. So now if I go record all these cars in these parking lot, it's going to be some of the same cars that have been stalking me and following me. And every time I was in a human trafficking environment, like a strip club, they always pumped up and tried to solicitate me for sex when I didn't get down like that. Okay, right. 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 But again, These are the people in these Mason groups and Easter Stars and this, that, and the third that you didn't know were sex addicts and drunkards and cocaine heads and meth addicts and so forth. So they're naturally low vibrational as is. Then they never healed or cured the addictions that they had. On top of that, yet they got rank, quote unquote. I'm going to show you some rank. Because that ain't what it is. That's coward-esque. That's delusional. That's mental illness. That's darkness and chaos. Stop believing everything you think you know. Stop believing everything you hear. Because every time you masturbate to something of me, that is not consensual. If it was never posted on any of my pages, which none of that was sexually explicit to the point where you can physically see all I got and have to offer to a man or my divine counterpart. So you went above and beyond to make that happen, whereas my essence and energy is completely shown. So now we curse all those images and those photos and videos. So now we cut the cords to all those images, those videos, and those photos. So now every being that uses those will get sick physically and cannot move. And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done.